TV.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? It's your boy DC, and this is Out of the Fog. We're a local matters show going right across the province. And tonight, we're hanging out with some awesome people you're going to learn all about. First of all is Kathy Stock, a singer-songwriter, performer who is incredible, going on tour, and we're going to have a music video from her so you can know all about what you're going to show up and clap for. And then we got Chamaine and Bill from NLOHSA talking about the upcoming conference happening in a few weeks' time and the important work they do on the health and safety front, that's for sure. And then my homie for life, Tara Lehman, comes through, and we're talking all about EMBER, Faclitation, and the incredible idea sprints and the Dreamers to Doers 8-week program. She's just getting started, coming for the crumbs, and we can't wait to learn all about what she got going on. So stick around. After the break, we get this show on the road. This is Out of the Fog, and we'll see you in 2.
Your opinion matters, and we want to hear from you. Get in touch with us using our viewer feedback line, your direct connection to shaping the shows you love. It's easy. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and take our quick survey. Share your thoughts, and let's make your viewing experience even better.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's. This is Rogers TV.
Welcome back. This is Out of the Fog, and it is homies only here tonight. Kathy Stock coming through. It's been a hot minute since I've been lucky enough to have you up in the studio. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Well, you look great.
You look great. It's wonderful
you
to
do.
be here.
No, you. So, music we love.
Yes.
We live it.
We love it.
And we were talking just before the hang here with you folks, and so the conversation around all the places that I am seeing Kathy singing or playing, it's unbelievable.
I'm being selfish.
Well, you know what? It's about time.
Taking what I can get.
It's about time you take it. What led you to your love of music?
I grew up playing a lot of music. My father's a musician. He actually plays bass and sings with me on my first album, which is very precious to me. But my sister and my dad and I would just kind of jam and play. Sharon Lois and Bram, I wore that thing out when I was a kid. And I just loved music forever.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then when I was 22 years old, I wasn't playing professionally yet, but I was living in Tallahassee, Florida with my family. Long story that I won't get into, but we ended up down there.
We'll come back there.
And I was looking for some part-time work, and I saw on Craigslist they were looking for a piano player at a piano bar. So that's how I got started professionally.
Isn't that amazing?
I know.
And did you talk yourself out of that 10 times before you finally bit down on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely did. Yeah, because it was completely different than anything I'd done before. I grew up playing in church and with my family, but nothing like that. Yeah. And the bug just bit me, and I've stayed with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then getting into original music and creating that and having such success and having such amazing works. How proud are you of that?
You know, it's been such an evolution to figure out what music means to me. And so I wrote a lot of tunes based on other people's experiences or things that I thought would be cool or trendy. This second time around when I started putting music together, I was way more focused on stories that mattered to me. And so as a songwriter, I really feel like even though I'm in my 40s now, I'm coming into my own, finally, as a songwriter.
I think a lot of things are changing as it pertains to ageist attitudes around what we're capable of and the expression that the best is yet to come, and yet we put ourselves on low ceilings when it comes to what we're able to get into. We say certain things are out of the question for us, but that's not the tea.
Absolutely, yeah. And I feel like COVID, when everything kind of shut down, and that was when my first album came out, and I really had time to contemplate, like, do I want to keep doing this? What is success in the music industry for me? And it became making music that I love for people that I love. And I've actually had more success making music from that place than I ever did trying to make it cool.
Yeah.
Now that I'm just kind of making the music that is about me and the people that I love, it's taken off.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch a video and then come back and talk to you about it.
Okay.
Tell us about this video we're about to see.
Yeah, this was a tune that we filmed out at Salmon Ear Sessions with Dave Carroll, so shout out to him. This is an original tune called Where the Light Filters In.
I love it.
Thanks.
Check it out, and we're gonna come right back and hang with our girl Kathy after you listen and watch that.
There's a space in the trees where the light filters in. You can see from above, but you can't see within. If you're lost in the woods and you can't find home again, look for the place in the trees where the light filters in. It's a beautiful day for a stroll in the pine, leaving all of your worries behind. But the grass isn't greener where grass doesn't grow, and you might not know which way to go. And it's hard to know your way back home. There's a space in the trees where the light filters in. You can see from above, but you can't see within. If you're lost in the woods and you can't find home again, look for the place in the trees where the light filters in. It's tricky to tell the west from the east when you can't see the forest for the trees. You've never been one to care for cliches, no matter what people say. Deep down you know you'll be okay. There's a space in the trees where the light filters in. You can see from above, but you can't see within. If you're lost in the woods and you can't find home again, look for the place in the trees where the light filters in. If you're lost in the woods and you can't find home again, look for the place in the trees where the light filters in.
And we're back, and you just watched that beautiful video from Kathy Stock. Kathy, when you know that a whole bunch of people are listening to you sing and watching you on the screen, I can only imagine a bunch of emotions run through your mind.
It's really interesting when I catch a glimpse of people singing the songs that I wrote, like out of the corner of my eye when I'm performing somewhere. I recently had that experience. I was just playing at a restaurant downtown. I normally do covers. Every now and then I'll throw in one of my tunes. And I caught this table of people who were singing along, and I was like, oh my gosh, that existed in my head, and now they know it.
That's a thrill.
It really is.
I'm going to ask you, when you're looking into the future and the upcoming season of touring and performing, what's going on?
Well, I put out 4 new songs last year, and so I want to get on the road and kind of make sure people get to hear them and share the stories behind them. Where the Light Filters In, which you just heard, was one that I wrote when I was at a friend's cabin and just kind of looking out over the woods, and literally wrote it about the light filtering into the trees. And I wrote 2 songs about my grandparents, so my mother's parents and my father's parents. One is about Cavendish and the store that my grandparents used to have there and their life, and the other is about my grandfather James, who had a hair harrowing life, and I just wanted to make sure that people knew his story. And then I did a professional recording of The Parting Glass. So I'm going to hit the road this summer and kind of go to a couple of little cafes and little pubs, and it's just going to be me, and it should be a lot of fun.
I love it. Thank you so much. Guys, Kathy Stock, she's going to be coming out on the road, and you want to be checking her out. Google her, listen to her songs, learn the words, and then sing them back to her when you're at her next show, and she will love that.
I will.
This is Out of the Fog. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog. Am I ever excited to have some friends on the couch here tonight from NLOHSA, and we're going to talk all about this incredible organization, the work it does, and an upcoming event that you're going to want to know more about, I have a feeling. Chamaine and Bill, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm wonderful.
You
Glad
look
to be
wonderful.
here.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad. I'm so glad.
You and us are done.
Of course you
Great to
are.
see you again.
Of course you are. Listen, I want to talk all about the organization, and I'm going to start maybe with a little bit of backdrop and a bit of history. How did this very important provincial association come to be?
Right, 68th year, Donnie.
Wow.
You know, it's kind of, when we talk about it, it's the longest standing North American safety conference. It's been known by a lot of different names, but NLOHSA, the Newfoundland Labrador Occupational Health and Safety Association, is the name of what we do.
That's right.
This year, we're really excited. Our conference theme this year, Occupational Health and Safety Beyond Compliance. So big ticket, big year, lots of things happening.
Well, thank you so much. And so, Chamaine, you know, the subject of health and safety in the workplace is as wide as it is long. What led you into the industry that you love so much?
I almost really fell into it without even picking it. It was one of those things that I never gave a second thought to. Mm-hmm. You go through your life naturally doing things, and just through the line of work, I ended up working in a department that is full of health and safety professionals, and that's what we do, educate and create awareness around the occupational health and safety legislation.
Right.
So when the opportunity came to join NLOHSA, of course, I jumped at the opportunity to be involved in such a great organization that aligns with the work that I do. So I just love both of it.
Oh, that's amazing. And so I'll tell you what, you know, going from an appreciator of it in the workforce that you're in, the industry that you're in, to now taking a leadership position in it, lots of first times, I'm sure.
Yes, I haven't done a role like this before,
right.
But I've learned lots of things along the way, grow into my career and into myself. First time being on television.
Is that right? Well, I mean, I hope we're making it easy. I mean, you're making it easy, really, is what's going on here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Bill, I got to say, you know, so much has gone on in terms of the evolution of the importance of the work that you do and health and safety in the workplace in general. Am I right?
Absolutely. Donnie, it's the evolution is the word. We're across all sectors of industry here in Newfoundland, Labrador. Everybody needs safety. And it's not just the safety people's responsibility for safety, it's everybody. So us as NLOHSA, we represent obviously the employers, but also our constituents and people, delegates that come, are the workers that are on the front line.
Oh, yeah.
And it really, we're passionate about it because, again, we all have some form of safety background.
Right.
But it's great to be around a bunch of people that believe the same beliefs. And NLOHSA really propagates a lot of that to say, let's share. We're not for profit. We're not regulators. We're not OH&S officers. We're safety practitioners that really care about each other and want to share.
That's amazing. And just to really drive it home to the viewers, I feel that no one appreciates the importance of practices in safety until there is an issue. And I can only imagine the importance you all place on the fact of making sure everyone gets home safely. What are your thoughts on that?
You hit it. You hit the nail. We don't do this for ourselves. This is not the reason why myself or Bill or anyone I know in the health and safety roles We want to keep people safe. We want them to go home at the end of the day. Everyone deserves to go back to their homes, to their families, to their pets, whatever they have waiting for them.
So true.
So we are always educating, encouraging, sharing information to keep people safe. It's for them. You know, it's what we love to do.
Totally.
It's a rewarding career. It really is.
No, it feels it. And the energy from you both, such a passion and a love for the work that you do. And I can only imagine and hope that that passion and that energy is infectious to all the people around you, because it truly does take a village to uphold the values in the workplace around the subject matter that you guys are so passionate about. Am I right?
Absolutely, Donnie. And it's interesting because, like, again, Chamaine can attest, we usually have about 11 speakers throughout the conference. So it's a 3-day conference.
Right.
The most, and I use the word impactful, the most impactful speakers are the impact speakers. We always have 2 every year that talk about something personal that's happened to them or happened to someone that they're close to.
Right.
And boy, I'll be honest, there's not a dry eye in the place. We've had some amazing speakers. Again, this year we got some great ones lined up, and it really brings it home. There's some great topics and great informational sessions, but these impact speakers really make an impact.
They really do. And when you attend a conference of any industry type, it is the storytelling and the new people that you meet and the perspectives that you gain that really is the gift for being in that room and in that session for 3 days with all of your peers. And that's really exciting. So this upcoming event that you have, tell us a little bit more about that so we can wrap our heads around what goes on in a 3-day event like the upcoming conference that you have.
Sure. I'll kick it off from a schedule perspective.
Sure.
Wednesday we kick it off. It's our keynote this year. Really happy to have Eddie Shearer
the man
out there to do a talk. And not only is it a passion for him, he's also got a story to tell, which is really kind of neat. We also kind of pull off, and we've got a really special guest coming.
Who?
You on Wednesday.
So, sure you know.
And you're going to come out for a couple of hours, and we're really going to kind of get into a big part of what we do at the conference is our exhibitors.
Yes.
And we have generally in a given year, about 40 plus exhibitors.
Yep.
And so we're going to do something new this year. And I'm not going to steal the thunder, but you're going to see it on social media come out. But I'm so happy to have you out.
Well, I'm so happy to be out there because appreciating the work that you all do and hearing what goes on at those conferences, I'm like, I'd like to get up in there. And next thing you know, ring, ring, and I'm going to stop by to say hello and meet the members and the exhibitors is something I'm really excited to do because, to your point, everyone has a story, everyone has a reason for being in that room. Absolutely. And to help spotlight that with and for them is really exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Wednesday night,
we have a theme night. So get dressed up with your cowboy plaid, jeans, boots. Come have a good time. Network with like-minded people. Everyone deserves a little bit of unwinding time after such a serious topics that we talk about when it comes to health and safety.
Guys, I'll tell you what. NLOHSA, an incredible organization that does so much to help all of us to do our best work in safe, supported environments so we can make it home at the end of the day. This conference upcoming is going to be incredible. It's a real chance for everyone who works in that industry to get together. If you want more information about it, get on the Google machine and check it out. Until then, this is Out of the Fog, and we'll be right back after this break.
Watching Rogers TV, St. John's.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog, and if you've seen this amazing human hanging out with me on the couch, then you know that we have a laugh. Tara, how are you?
Good, ready to have a laugh. You're right.
Well, we're not going to talk about the cookies and daddies. That's our next show.
Oh,
that's our next show. I'm sorry, guys. It's an event. It's in the works. You'll hear more about it later. But today we are here to talk about the true tea, which is EMBER.
EMBER. Wonder who helped me come up with that.
Well, I don't know. We'll never know.
I don't know. We'll never know.
But I want to first have the viewers understand that you are someone who, in my opinion, is rich with history of events and inventive, creative thinking and bringing people together. And any of your vocations, from executive director of the Chamber of Commerce out in Portugal Cove St. Philip's to previous works that you've done, it's all about bringing people together. Am I right?
Always. It's a common thread in everything I've done. If I look over the past 20 plus years, that ages myself, but honest to God, everything I've done, the common thread has always been connecting people.
So true. And you love it, and you're so good at it. Where does that gift come from?
I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that. I just love being around people. I'm not shy. I'm a social butterfly.
True.
I just love connecting people. I love seeing the attractions between people when the right people meet. That really goes back to the speed dating. Like really, when that was I kind of think that was one of the smartest decisions I ever made, was taking a chance on running speed dating events, because that was when I got really hooked on the amazingness of when the right people would connect and you know.
I think it's interesting, and you know, from love diva to dreamers to doers diva, really.
Right.
Because EMBER facilitation, and tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think I am, it is meant to transform and help connect those with the dreams of doing and being who and how they want to be, and to helping to facilitate that evolution.
Yeah, so I have my own entrepreneurial streak, and I have gone through a phase where I really had to figure out what I wanted to be when I was going to grow up. Don't know if I'm still there, but you know.
We're all working there, yeah.
Anyway, so, and let's give the viewers the kudos. You are the one that really helped me come up with the fact that I'm a facilitator. I'm not a coach. I am good at bringing people together. So I had to go through my own transformation of figure out what I wanted to do. And that's when I realized, yeah, connecting people is what I've always loved to do. And so I'm going to do a variety of events. So whether I'm working with people one-on-one or one-on-many, with group experiences, everything I'm doing is focused on bringing mostly entrepreneurs together, because it's lonely. That is what I hear from so many, like, over the past few weeks, I've been hosting events, and every single entrepreneur I talk to is just like, I'm here because I need a group of people around me because I'm lonely. I work at home alone. And so they think they're further along in their business than they are, because they're at home talking to themselves all day. They don't have a group of you know, and so then they come to my events and such, and they're just like, oh, I didn't know I needed these kind of people around me. I didn't know. So it's kind of like, so I've taken my love of speed dating, the romantic, and I'm bringing entrepreneurs together.
Listen, I love it. It's so logical. It just makes so much sense. And I agree with you so much. You know, first of all, no one gets anywhere alone, do they? Like, right?
No.
And our egos might make us think, oh, we can do it all by ourselves and we don't need anybody. But guess what? That is untrue.
That is untrue.
We need each other. And what we need is to also be invited into experiences that we're too insecure or scared to sign up for ourselves or to seek out ourselves. So thank God that we have these EMBER Facilitation Dreamer to Doer programs. And I want you now to tell everyone listening and watching how this program works.
Well, there's more than one way that I help. So again, you know, whether it's the one-on-one coaching or the idea sprints or the Dreamer to Doer program I'm doing. So the Dreamer to Doer program, I'm going to bring that one up first because you're a part of it. That's an 8-week program that I have 10 different entrepreneurs in, and then all of their businesses are different. And it's so funny, they kind of like come together and they think they have nothing in common because all of their businesses are so different, and they have everything in common, which is so amazing. So like within a week, all of them have started doing business together. Like, it was just so amazing to watch.
That's so cool.
The idea is to take this 8-week program that's just specifically for entrepreneurs, and I'm going to start taking that across Canada. That's not a St. John's only thing. So that features guest speakers such as yourself here in St. John's to people out across Canada. As you know, the selection of wonderful guest speakers that I have.
True.
So
well, I can only tease a name or two. Well, the one that really makes you say, whoa, Alan Frew, the lead singer of Glass Tiger, is one of your facilitators. Tara got the friends in the high places, babes. Like, she knows who's who in the zoo.
I'll tell every guest speaker I have in my program, the first commitment was that none of my guest speakers were going to be people that hadn't mentored me or worked with me on some level, because who am I to coach these people with people that I don't really know what they're doing. And so people like you, people like Alan, all the other guest speakers that are coming, you've all helped make me the business person that I am. So I'm so happy to bring you all to those people. And so I'm going to extend that into an Idea Sprint membership package where people can sign up and come in for weekly sessions to speed date, but it's entrepreneurs, so I call them Idea Sprints.
Well, tell us more about that. Idea Sprint sounds very interesting to me. Unpack that further.
Okay, so that's yourideasprint.com. Really easy for people to remember. So that's launching in like 2 weeks. So by the time this show airs, brand new.
Perfect timing.
And it is a pay what you can model because entrepreneurship, not only is it lonely, but when you're starting a business and you don't have all the moolah to go hire coaches, etc., I know what that's like. So people come in, and this is where I help them figure out what direction they need to go. So before you go and spend money on coaches or university degrees, whatever, this is where you come to unpack your business ideas, meet a bunch of other entrepreneurs, have everyone give them their ideas, their idea sprints, and then you know where to go. So kind of like buying a speed date. Why are you getting dressed up and introducing the wrong person to your family and taking them out for expensive dinners, right? Go for a speed date. Yeah, so I'm here to help dreamers and doers. You helped me figure out that was the tagline for me, connecting dreamers and doers.
Listen, you brought it to me, babe. Don't forget it.
That's what I do. So.
Well, I'm a dreamer and I'm a doer. And I think both are incredible. And so I'm looking forward to all the folks who you will keep inspiring and facilitating the journey for them so that they can get to be who they deserve to be.
I know, it's exciting, people watching them bring their business ideas together. So exciting, so honored to be a part of that. So.
Will we come back and tell me more about the journey as it unfolds?
We will, with some cookies and daddies. We're going to do it.
We're going to do it all.
We're going to do it all.
Diamonds, denims, cookies, daddies and daddies, all of that and more. Guys, I'll tell you what, Tara Lehman, she's a boss queen. She's taking dreamers, turning them into doers. EMBER, Faclitation. You're going to check it out and learn more about it. This is Out of the Fog. We'll be right back to wrap after this break. Well, thank you everybody for coming to see Out of the Fog here tonight on your couch. And we're so blessed to have Kathy Stock, to have Bill and Chamaine, and the incredible Tara Lehman join us. I'll tell you what, no one gets anywhere alone. That's the conversation that we've been having all day here about Out of the Fog. And the guests say it as well. It's so important that we lean on each other to get to the places that we're trying to go. It means so much to me, and I hope that means so much to you too. Until then, thank you so much to the staff and the volunteers who make this show happen here at beautiful Rogers. And we'll see you next time.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
We want to hear from you. Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Call, email us, or scan the QR code to take our quick survey.
Canada is at a crossroads, facing an affordability crisis, strains on healthcare, and climate change. Get to know the candidates running to be your MP and represent your interests in Ottawa. Hear from your local candidates during Rogers TV's coverage of the local campaign. And on election night, Rogers TV delivers the local results. Rogers TV. Watch, learn, vote.
I never thought I'd know that feeling. To be in love. Because for us, it was a crime. Someone had to respond to the tabloids, so I wrote letters, challenging every misconception about homosexuality. 9 homes, 7 dogs, 47 years together, and still not spouses under the law. So we took our fight to the Supreme Court.
Jim Egan and Jack Nesbitt await a verdict on their fight for spousal rights.
Hello. We lost our case. But we made a difference.
As a result of Jim Egan's case, the Supreme Court ruled that sexual orientation is protected under the Charter of Rights, a landmark victory for the LGBTQ2 community.
It's time to get a little messy.
Thursdays, Top Chef at